Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I want to thank the Central New York Regional Planning and Development Board for organizing this, Chris and Jason in particular. What will be one of their most impressive accomplishments is if they get my presentation up due to technical glitch. It only came over 5 minutes ago. All right, we're having trouble. What was that?
Do you have a jump drive or no?
Yeah, I just okay then.
Can
so,
you wing it?
Yeah, I'll wing it. All right, here we go. So my name is Max Joel. I'm with the New York State Energy Research and Development Authority, NYSERDA. Today I'm going to give an overview of some of the work the state is doing, not just on solar and community solar, but provide a little context for some of the things I'm sure most of the people here have heard about: Forming Energy Vision, New York Sun. Chris and some of the other speakers today have done a really excellent job of introducing community solar and some of the framework for community solar in New York State. So I had some nice little diagrams, but I don't think we'll even need those because we saw some versions of them earlier. So I guess we'll make up some time with this presentation. What is the context we're doing all this work in? Why do we have 200 people in a room so excited about community solar? Well, right now in New York, we're going through something called Forming the Energy Vision. I'm sure most people in the room have heard something about that. That is a really broad-based set of strategies to advance our energy system into the future. There's a better tagline from that. It's up on my slide. Unfortunately, I don't have it memorized. There's a lot of really important components of that, a lot of things happening on the energy regulation side, but also a lot of really interesting things happening in terms of energy programs in the state. Things like energy efficiency and renewable energy. So just in the last couple of months, the agency I work for, NYSERDA, has been given the green light to go ahead with a really new strategy, the Clean Energy Fund, that is a $5 billion 10-year commitment to advancing efficiency and renewable energy in New York State. And I apologize for my voice, I'm fighting off cold. The Clean Energy Fund, CEF, has as its principles pursuing a diverse mix of energy strategies. So I mentioned efficiency across multiple market sectors, residential, commercial, and renewable energy as well. I'll, of course, be talking a little bit more about solar. One thing I really want to highlight, though, is really fundamental to CEF and REV as a whole is pulling more private investment into the energy space. $5 billion over 10 years, that's a lot of money, but even based on some of the facts we saw today, while it might not be a drop in the bucket, it is not nearly enough to get us to our overall goals for clean energy and carbon reductions. So private investment, of course, means money, but it also means a lot of things we have here in the room today: the expertise, the innovation, the new business models, and really the community enthusiasm that's coming online for solar. So I think my key message here is we really can't do this without you. As Joe said, like, this is community solar right here. So New York Sun, I'm kind of narrowing it down to the state solar program, New York Sun, which I think was mentioned before. What really sets it apart from some of the other policies in other states is its long-term nature and its very high degree of transparency. So New York Sun's goal is to encourage the installation of 3 gigawatts of solar in New York State between 2014 and 2023. There's $1 billion committed to that effort, and how that money will be spent is all laid out very transparently. A solar developer, a solar customer can find out exactly what sort of support they can get in terms of incentives. Today they have a pretty good degree of predictability in terms of what might be available next year, the year after that, and that is really fundamental to creating a self-sustaining industry, which is the long-term goal here, to get to the point where the solar industry is able to move ahead on its own in the private market. So community solar, how does community solar fit into all that? Heard a lot about that today. It's really going to be at the core of that. I think we're been really excited to see how much interest there's been in community solar, obviously from the people in this room, but across the whole state, a lot of projects in some form of development, and a lot of different ideas and models coming forward. We sort of started small. I know there's a lot of people here in the room who were involved in some of the early Solarize efforts and some of the projects last year and this year. See the Solar Chautauqua in the front row here. It's a great t-shirt. I recognize a lot of other people here too. Things like Solarize have really mobilized a lot of people, but now we have an opportunity to step that up dramatically. As shared solar comes online, we start talking about multiple megawatts across the state, really for thousands of people to participate, the opportunity for people who can't put solar on their roofs, who don't have the income or the credit score or other barriers to going solar, being able to participate and reap significant benefit. So that's really the overview. Some of the resources that NYSERDA has available to help is, as a couple speakers have mentioned, we're helping support a number of Solarize campaigns around the state right now. We have some great informational resources available, some of which are in the packet about shared solar, and we're going to be putting more online, especially for customers, since we're expecting thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people to be very interested in this very soon. By way of transition, we have some great resources available for local governments. They are really at the front lines of making community solar a reality. You have to have a place to put all these solar panels, so that means permitting, whether for a rooftop or for ground mount systems, zoning, permitting. It's very new to a lot of local governments, so we have a great resource in the PV Trainers Network, which Chad will be speaking about. And in the afternoon, we'll hear from one of my colleagues at the New York Green Bank, who will talk about some of the financing resources available to help support community solar. So this is the kind of thing we're doing at the state level. Again, the responsibility, the opportunity really lies with all of you. I mean, this is why this is really starting to take off and work, and exemplified by the fact that we can get 200 people in the room for something that didn't even exist a year ago. So with that, I'll cede the rest of my time and just say thank you again.